Hi, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Christina.
And welcome to the 4th Valid Vibes podcast.
Where the vibes are valid.
Because they're real
and authentic. We want to start each episode now by saying something valid and something invalid that happened in our week. My invalid. So can you please see if that Starbucks has the mango dragon fruit? So he's like, yeah. So he goes there. They're sold out there too because there's a shortage.
I got laid off.
Recently single, which is really weird for me.
I have my chicken in the air fryer. I have something else in my other air fryer. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. We can't think of any invalid.
Which is good.
Like, we literally had to sit.
Cheers.
We had to literally sit and think about it, and we couldn't think of anything. Cheers. So nothing bad happened this week.
Start with my invalid. I have a lot. My grandma unfortunately passed away a month ago today.
My boyfriend left me. He needs to go to Italy. And he's not coming back for a couple months. Armando finally came home from Italy.
My sleep schedule is what's invalid.
Do you want to say you're valid?
Yeah, I don't have one. Keep this in, guys, because I don't know. Like, sometimes I just don't know.
My invalid is that this happened with you with dragon fruit, but now it's happening to me. There's a matcha shortage. So again, both of our invalids have to do with Starbucks.
My valid. I'm going to be an aunt and I can finally talk about it. I'm so excited. First, I had COVID last week, so that freaking sucked. Yeah, that was depressing. And then my cousin passed away yesterday, but we won't get into it. But obviously, that's my invalid for the week.
We hired our first employee, Chris.
So the Christmas gift that I got from Rosie and Christina, honestly, like, almost made me cry. We should have taken a picture.
My invalid for the week is just like being 22. We walk into this man's kitchen. He's cooking toast or something. I'm like, oh my god, this is where we
die. Because he shut the door. I didn't want to go in. I was like, all right, Chris, you go. But I was like, you know what? I can't let her go in without me. Hi, I'm Rosie.
And I'm Christina.
And welcome to the 22nd Valid Vibes podcast.
Where the vibes are valid because they are real and authentic.
So in this episode, we're going to be reflecting on all of our other podcast episodes.
Yeah, because this is our 1 year episode. So we're super excited, super thankful that you guys have supported us throughout this year. And we have definitely came a very long way. So we're definitely, it's emotional.
I was just going to say, like, when we had to rewatch all of our other podcasts. I think, like, this year, or was it the past year, was a perfect time to, like, document our lives, like, being 22. Because there were some episodes where I looked mentally drained, and I remember, like, how depressed I was. And me, like, now, like, it's, like, a natural glow. Like, I'm so happy now, like, compared to what I was. And I mean, like, that was hard to see, like, looking back, because I knew what, like, that girl was going through. And I just want to be like, that's why we did, like, the message to our younger selves.
Yeah, which we'll, like, reflect on that when that year comes around, because we even watched it, like...
Yeah, because I'm still struggling out. Please, like, I'm not,
like, that was only, like, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
But... we watched it like a few days ago and we were like, holy shit, like so many of the things that we like talk to our future self about has changed, and like I can't imagine what another 6 months is gonna be. But
even like looking back, the studio was a disaster. Like
it's still like I feel like we're gonna watch this in a year and be like, what the fuck?
But like there was barely any leaves. Like we did not touch this. We were just like we looked like we were just like zombies, and we popped up in front of the microphone, like forcing ourselves to like be happy for a second.
We used to have like our microphones like this.
Like we used to hold them
all the way down. So many things. I mean, we've experienced so many things on this podcast, and I'm honestly, personally, very grateful that we have that to look back to. Because for me, like, I've lost a lot of people in my life this year, and like I even watched when certain toxic people were in my life, and you could tell that I was also not okay. I completely let myself go, and I'm still working on myself, and I hope next year's episode I'll even be, 10 times better. But we're getting there. But there's so much that has changed, and that I would have never even had the guts to do, or and I think it's because of this podcast, because we talked about so much.
This saved me. I'm not being dramatic. No, if I didn't have this last year, like when Armando was in Italy and I had no idea what to do with career wise, what would I have been doing?
I know.
Like, this is what saved me, and I am so grateful that, you know, that I have you and that we have our brand, because like, it's so worth it in the end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
We also were not consistent at all. Like, it was just
the fact,
we were
the
mentally.
fact that we only have 22 episodes for 1 year is crazy, because if we keep this consistent schedule that we've been doing, it would be like maybe 50 or more episodes for the year.
You could just see our energy is up, and like seasonal depression too. When we did that podcast episode with Chris,
yeah, we're all like, I mean, for obvious reasons, for me, like I had a death the day before, but even in other episodes all winter, we're like, I mean, that's gonna happen probably next year too, because it's just a thing, but it's crazy to see it on camera.
Like us now, we're so like, we're tan, we're upbeat, we're glowing, and then in the winter I'm like this. Like,
we're like,
what I'm doing with my life.
Like, yeah, whatever. But anyway, let's do our invalid because we just completely
that was a big reflection. But all right, I'll start off with the bad. Okay. Unfortunately, like, okay, my cousins are moving to Vegas for good. So my uncle that passed away, me and Christina started this brand because of men and mental health. So what pushed me, my guy that struggled with mental health, was my uncle, and he passed away like 3 years ago. And his son is only 8. Well, he's going to be 9, and he's going to Vegas with his sister, and I'm not gonna see them like ever again. So
I don't think that's necessarily true.
No, it's not a normal situation.
Yeah,
that's all I have to say. I'm obviously not gonna put too much on here, but
it's sad.
Yeah, and he's so young. So yeah.
Aw. We're already
sorry. I know. Okay. I literally thought like I wouldn't cry, but he's leaving Sunday.
Wow, that's quick too. Oh, that's
all right. What's your invalid? It's probably so stupid.
My invalid. It's actually not stupid.
Start off with the bad, leave off with the good. Oh, I don't know. You never know if it's funny or sad.
No, it's actually not stupid. So my invalid. First I'm going to Florida this week, which I said last time when it was us. I was like, I have no vacations planned. I got nothing going on. And Rosie's like, you could just go. And I'm like, I've been trying to go. My family don't want to go. So we were going to visit my cousin in Florida who has cancer. Sorry, guys, for this is going to be depressing.
Fuck.
Terminal cancer, and she was given 6 months to live a few months ago. And she's still the most positive woman. Her mother actually was diagnosed with cancer, and she was told she had 6 months to live 10 years ago. And she's still kicking it. Positive woman I've ever met in my life. That's how you know that your mentality is everything.
Literally everything.
It's crazy to think about. And she still has cancer. Knock on wood, she's kicking it. But we were going to really see her and her daughter, because now her daughter and she has cancer all over her body. But she just went to the doctor, and they found cancer in her mouth now. So, like, it's just all over.
Holy
but anyway,
fuck,
so she has, like, some type of obligation thing that's, like, 5 hours away from where she lives this week. So we're not seeing her.
But you're going to Florida.
We're going to Florida to see her. Like, that's what our plan was. Like, we were going to spend 3 days with her. And now we're not seeing her at all. And we haven't seen them in 10 years.
Yeah.
So now it's like, we were all crying. We're like, what? Like, now we don't even care to go. So that's why we booked Disney, because we're like, we might as well do something. But we're obviously still going to be, like, upset about it, because then I'm probably not going to see her. I mean, God forbid she's like her mom and she could kick this fucking shit in the ass. Sorry, that was a lot of curses, but it's crazy. But, yeah, we're still going to see my aunt, her mom, which is good. But we won't see her, which is really sad. And my mom's really upset about it, because my mom and her are, like, besties, so.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Whatever, life.
I don't even think what's my valid? Oh, I celebrated my birthday. So I don't even know not last episode, obviously not the guys episode, the one before that. I didn't mention, I think we cut out when I said it was my birthday month, but yeah, I celebrated my birthday.
Flower and Oak. It was fun.
We did Flower and Oak. Like, we had a nice little table. We were up on the pizza bar
So fun.
It was
Guys,
fun.
They like at this restaurant, if you've never been there, they start banging on pizza pans at some time. I don't know what time. They have a DJ, whatever. No one was doing it, so then I just got up and started banging on the pizza pan, and then like, oh, you're ready for this? And then everybody, I was like, yeah, like what's going on here? Because we were about to leave, and I'm like, I want to bang on the pizza pans.
Yeah, no, thank God you did that because it got really fun. And then I had a flight in the morning, so I literally drove all my friends. I was the DD on my birthday dinner, but whatever, it's fine. And I caught a flight, and I went to Florida for a week with my family. It was very nice and relaxing. And then the weekend even before, so I had 2 birthday weekends. I went to Pennsylvania with Armando. That was my birthday present from him. So I had a really good June. Oh my God, it's July.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's the middle of July. Not really. It just started.
Like what?
I go into the middle of July. It's July 6th.
I just had a really good like June because the calendar still says June. We can't keep up these days.
I know we can't. My valid is that I'm gonna have a little nephew because it's a boy. So last time me and Rosie filmed, I said I was gonna find out by the 22nd episode. So here we are.
Also, on the first episode, she wore this and I wore that.
Yeah, you'll see that.
And we did not plan this at all, which is so weird.
I think I wore that. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I think I wore my stay valid.
Hopefully, if not, whatever. Sorry.
I think I did. But yeah, I have a little nephew on the way, which I really thought it was a girl. We talked about this. You said teen boy.
I just felt boy.
I was literally I just really thought like I was the only one who said girl. Really, me and my dad, and my grandpa. That's it. Everyone else said boy. But it's a boy, and I'm excited. Now we got a little valid baby. I can't wait for him to be on the podcast. But yeah, I bought him that Valid Vibes onesie, like the green one. But I realized I bought it newborn, and like he's gonna be born in November. It's gonna be freezing, so I'm gonna have to get him like a 6 months. I'm gonna return and get a 6 months, but I'm gonna make him so many onesies. I'm so excited.
Oh, little valid
baby. Your feelings are valid, little baby. Anyway, so in this episode we made a little montage in the beginning and just reflected on. We went back and reflected on all these past episodes. And like we said, it was really emotional, really funny. So now for the funny part of it, because what we showed was some invalid and valids that we did throughout the year that were like really stupid or really serious ones. We talked about literally everything on this podcast. Now we're going to show you guys some funny moments that we had on this podcast. So... enjoy. That.
Hold on. The city buses is another form of people that you don't want to see, and it smells.
Embrace your pimples. Maybe that's our next shirt.
Embrace your pimples. Oh my God,
no. Ew. I'm just going to tell my kids to watch our podcast in the future. That's it.
Oh. You're probably going to be
One day
what is Mom wearing?
Ew, why are we talking about We're just going to go straight to Italy with no knowledge of Italian.
Ciao.
I said...
America is like screwed. Let's just move to Mars, honestly.
I'm freaking out.
Christina, what did you drop off?
And she's like freaking out. I'm like,
no, wait, actually. What do you guys think of investing
why are you talking? You're like literally talking to this. This whole time you've been like leaning to the side of your microphone. I don't know
what do you guys think of us?
Your birthday.
I'm gonna cry. I'm crying. What is wrong with me?
I hope that you can run a marathon.
You could run a marathon now if you wanted to.
I would never.
You should have.
No.
I
always kept my circles small. But even that fucked me, so I don't know. And it was raining out. And I got up late.
Good thing you got a ceiling.
I was walking by people passed out on stretchers.
That would be me.
And I was literally like miles 8 on a stretcher.
No.
It's on camera. What are your guys' form of a self-care routine?
That like tacos came into my head immediately.
Me and my boyfriend Ew!
It's not
okay. I had a freaking foot-long hot dog. A little, I don't know left from right, so.
You still don't. All the thumbs are on the table like this. Mine's like this! They're like, whose thumb is that?
Okay, so this is my thumb that I was telling you guys about.
This is the thumb from. I didn't even see it. It looks like a swan.
No, like it's such a beautiful. Honestly, this is on sale.
This is on sale. Let's paint it green. Paint the nails green.
So
This is her insecurity episode. Oh.
I'll put it as a.
Oh.
It looks really good, honestly. Like, you know, as a centerpiece or just like in your room for the aesthetic.
This is so funny. You go, everyone's like this, mine's like this. This is a little crazy, actually. But your hand was like flat on the.
So, like, it was in a cup. So, with that being said, like, there was clay in a cup. And it was like that in the cup.
But
so then when it comes up,
like
they're like, whose thumb is that?
You're like, that's my thumb.
Yeah, so here she is.
How did they know that was your thumb, though? Was your name, like, on the cup?
No. Like, all of our thumbs were along the thing. Like, they're all like this, and mine's like this.
Yeah, but how'd they know that was yours?
Because they, like, it was mine. Like, they're like, whose is that? I'm like, that's mine.
How'd you know it was yours?
Because who else's thumb is like that?
I understand, but how did everyone else know whose thumb was whose?
Oh, that part?
Yeah. Like, they're all just thumbs.
Like, I wrote that when I was little. Rosie's thumb with the peace
Aw.
sign, which is weird. Peace signs.
Rosie's thumb. Yeah, 2 peace signs. That's funny.
2 peace signs.
Yeah.
But,
Cut off, though. Because you broke it.
Yeah, but this is,
That's so funny. Oh
yeah.
my God.
This is a one-of-a-kind piece.
In like all the episodes, basically, we complain about our jobs. And I recently just got laid off from my job, which is crazy because not that I never thought this was gonna happen, but I was pretty much like free money then. But anyway, we won't talk about it. But yeah, so Rosie got laid off on this podcast. Now I got laid off. I also was broken. Like, I went through a breakup on this podcast. I lost like 3 people in my life on like.
Jesus,
Actually, on this podcast. A lot of good things happened. So now we're going to show you guys all the good things that happened on this podcast. So here you go.
I completed all my trainings to become a substitute teacher. So that's like my first step. My first step into becoming a teacher.
Valid Vibes is officially an LLC. I'm going to be an aunt and I can finally talk about it. I'm so excited.
Monzo finally came home from Italy. We hired our first employee. Had our first street fair on Sunday at Cranford, New Jersey. Okay, guys, we are editing right now, and we're trying to get the good clips, but we're idiots, and we leave out the best things. Like,
we only talk about the sad stuff.
It is almost midnight. I've been here since 5 o'clock, and we're trying to look for where we say that we were in the paper. We were in the Staten Island Advance. We did a whole event at a school where kids made Valid Vibes merch based on their favorite quote. They made shirts, sneakers, all of that. And we are official partners with NAMI.
Yep.
So,
let's mention that. And there's probably so much more that we're just not thinking of right now because it's midnight and we're in delusion hours. So,
yeah.
There you go.
So, continue. All right. So now, I mean, I just cried a little bit. I didn't plan for that, but here are all the sad things
because
that we said on this podcast.
We are a mental health podcast. So, we always like to show the good. But obviously,
we're real and authentic. Obviously, I'm gonna fucking cry if I'm fucking sad.
We should show all the times we cried.
It would just be me. I swear again. When do I cry?
I cry on like a normal basis, I think. But when the camera's on, I'm like,
you would never see me cry. Because only in this seat. I just cried.
We also looked back. I don't know if you remember when we were talking about it, watching the episodes of the times where I was really going through it and you couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah. You said that.
I said that I was in my worst mental health. Like, I was really bad, like mentally. I didn't want to do anything. I was in such a funk. The only thing I did was sit in this chair and talk to you. I didn't want to do anything else. And you couldn't tell. I was smiling, laughing, and like we were watching, like I think it was like the spirituality episode. I was like,
but I'm serious. A natural glow is so a thing. Like now, like you're glowing because back then you didn't have that glow. Mm-hmm. But it's true.
Dead, like
rely on the natural glows.
Yeah,
that's
but anyway,
a real thing.
Here's sad moments. Ew.
I know I cried too, girl.
Sorry, Chris, you were 2 very emotional people. I've been feeling very unmotivated. I never let myself heal through things. I kind of just push it.
Just got chills when you said
to the side.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm still dealing with a lot of things. My grandma has been in the hospital for the past 3 weeks. Very sick.
I've been in my feels this past week.
Okay.
So it's like, damn.
My grandma unfortunately passed away a month ago today. So that was hard, but we're not going to talk about it because I don't want to get too upset. But obviously that was an invalid.
And it was very unexpected from the last episode. And I've just been so emotional about over how fast life is going is what I'm trying to say. And because it's really fucking scary. Again, I'm going to cry. But someone I know is like their mom isn't doing good, and that's my good friend's mom.
My cousin recently passed away, and we found out that she had cancer, and she died within 5 days of being diagnosed. Recently single, which is really weird for me because it's more of just like a growth thing. Somebody, as most of you probably know, our age, unfortunately, committed suicide. So I've lost a lot of people that were like very important people in my life, like that made, an impact in my life.
This life is shorter than you could ever possibly imagine. Like, you have to appreciate like everyone every second.
Next, this is, if you're Starbucks, watch this. If not, you could get off. You need to sponsor us because we have talked about you, Starbucks, whoever owns Starbucks, so many times on this podcast
without like planning it. It's actually pathetic.
That we literally made a whole montage of every time we mentioned Starbucks.
While we're on the topic of Starbucks, I get an iced matcha latte with a vanilla and sweet cold foam. So if you're watching this, try it. That is the valid drink.
Yeah,
it's green, and yeah. So Starbucks, if you want to like make it a valid drink on the menu,
I mean we could do that.
Anyway,
here's every time we talked about Starbucks.
Yeah, but now it's happening to me. There's a matcha shortage. So again, both of our invalids have to do with Starbucks. It never ever
Starbucks tastes the same no matter where you go. At least I got my pumpkin cream cold brew.
God. 2 favorite Starbucks drinks. One of them is an iced chai latte, and the second one is a matcha latte.
I really asked the lady in Starbucks. I said we were in the mall and the ladies were working, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, how do you guys? I'm sorry to interrupt. How do you guys know how to make each drink?
They got into an accident last week, and it wasn't bad. Like,
but guess where, everyone?
Yeah, in the Starbucks parking lot. And the thing is that I really wasn't getting Starbucks for myself. Like, I was trying to do a nice thing and surprise my dad.
Yeah.
And that's what I got. But I don't understand how there's a shortage of mango dragon fruit.
The Starbucks in our mall is either closed or something's happening. Electrical fire in Starbucks in the mall.
So that is our 1-year episode. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, we are so grateful for whoever listens, whoever subscribes. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe. If you have a Gmail, you could subscribe.
Yes, it is 2023. You do have a Gmail account, so please subscribe.
And also, if you visit our website, validvibes.org, you could use code podcast for a percentage off your purchase if you want really cute merch.
Cute merch. % is donated to NAMI, so it's for a good cause, and you're spreading a positive message wherever you go.
Yes, and if you're local in Staten Island, we will be at the Ferry Hawks game on July 23rd, so come by. Ferry Hawks tickets are not expensive at all.
No.
And we'll be there, so you can
come say hi.
Come say hi. So yeah, again, thank you guys for everything this year, and we're excited. So now we're going to be moving on to season 2 of the Valid Vibes podcast. So the next episode will be a little bit different, hopefully, and we're excited for a new year. New year. It's like our happy
It's a valid year.
It's a valid year. I also can't believe that we got these chairs a year ago.
Like, nothing feels real.
Us complaining about the price of chairs. Now I'm like,
it's probably more expensive now because inflation. All right, goodbye. All right. So don't forget. Is that not like what it is?
We should do a montage of every time we forget what the outro. I probably deleted all those.
So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget.
Wait, I think I said
thank you guys. The whole thing. Yeah, you too.
So thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to stay real, stay authentic, and stay valid.
Dun, 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 dun.